Micah, I don't think we have any sound.
Take two. Shabbat Shalom and Hanukkah Sameach, Happy Hanukkah. This is a special double header this evening. And what it makes me think about is the midrash or the commentary of why is it that in the story of creation, it says that on the first day, God says, let there be light. But then on the fourth day, the sun and the moon and all of the stars in the heavenly orb was created. Wasn't light already created on the first day? So what was new that was happening on the fourth day? And what Rashi, the famous French commentator, says is that on the first day, the light that shone, the very fundamental expression of creation, was then hidden away for the righteous. And the light that we know today comes on the fourth day. But when any of us are in a place of acting righteously, acting in a way that honors our connection to life, to each other, we experience that hidden light. And on Shabbat, it's our opportunity to receive that light, to open to and to feel what is present all around us and in us and let it in. But on Hanukkah, we're being asked to be that light. We're asked to do something very central to light that lamp. And not only do we light the lamp, but we put the lamp in our window so that it shines out to the world. It's a conscious, intentional way to try to bring that hidden light of creation that is really just found in our own inner essence, in our own being, when we're truly being who we are and we're truly living what we really care about. And so this Shabbat Hanukkah is going to be a reminder to not only receive that light, but to be a channel and a vessel to shine that out. So the lighting of the Shabbat candles is done, the lighting of our Hanukkah, which is a form of a menorah, is done. It starts out with last night we lit one candle, and it increases with 2 candles, 3 candles, 4 candles. And this is actually, there was a debate in the Mishnah, early rabbinic text, between Hillel and Shammai. And the school of Shammai said, you start with 8, and then every succeeding day you take one away until you come to none. And the school of Hillel said, no, you start with 1 and you add. You build that light. And part of the reason for that is to know that, we need to get traction. We need to open to and build our ability to shine our light muscles, in a sense. And so when we light our candle, and we're on the second night tonight, you always light the newest one first. So even though you put the candles in from right to left, all the way right to left, just like Hebrew goes from right to left, when you do the lighting, you light the newest one first. You bring in what is that new light that's happening. So it's also how we light our Hanukkahs. You notice that you don't light the candles directly. You light the center candle, which is called the shamash, or the servant candle, the helper candle. And that one candle, that is not the actual light that we get to benefit from. That's the utilitarian candle. That's the one that will light the others. So it's customary to light your shamash first, and then while you hold it, you sing the blessings, the two blessings, one for the Hadlik Ner Shel Hanukkah, for the mitzvah of the Hanukkah candle, and the second one, which gives thanks for the miracles that happened to our ancestors in their days and during our time. So we're going to light Hanukkah candles now in just a moment, but each candle, we're doing the custom here, which at Temple Bethel, which was the custom I grew up in, is that every single candle symbolizes a different quality. So Cantor Young, what's our second candle stand for?
Tonight's candle is dedicated to hope, dedicated to the parents of our kids and teens. We look to the inspiration of the Maccabees, who, through unforeseen miracle, were able to come out with triumph and light when all hope seemed lost. And this time where we are digging deep to find that strength within us to get through the day-to-day, our parents who are working so hard to take care of kids and to take care of families, we bring your light, and we are so grateful that we could be together as a community to share that light together. Want to invite Kim and Adam to light our Chanukiah.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Chanukah. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asa nisim labotenu bayamim ahem b'hazman hazeh.
Amen.
Oy Chanukah, oy Chanukah, hayom tov hashemer, alustiker afrelicher, niton auf das Säuner, alle Nacht in Dredlech spielen wir, so die Keselatkes est unashir, Geschwinder sind Kinder, die Chanukah liegt Telefon, singt alle Nissim, dort Gott fahrt die Nissim, und wir tanzen im Chor. Singt alle Nissim, Gott fahrt die Nissim, und wir tanzen im Chor. Oh Chanukah, come light the menorah, let's have a party, we'll all dance the horror. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Everyone to play with and like us to eat. And while we invite Phyllis and Steve Blanc to help us bring in Shabbat by kindling our Shabbat candles.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Thank you so much. Rabbi Kavod, you're muted.
As we enter Kabbalat Shabbat with Lecha Dodi, we're going to continue to take that theme of stepping forward and lighting and be that light. It's really about intentionality, an intention to step forward. And we know that there's a moment in Lecha Dodi at the last verse where we say Boi b'shalom, and then it ends in this setting that we're about to do, Boi kala, enter, O bride, right? Shabbat is looked at as a bride, as a feminine presence, as that ability to really receive, to be open. And the custom is that we stand at this time. We stand and we face the door of our sanctuary, the door of our houses or our rooms, and we bow when we say Boi kala. And so I want to invite, as we sing Lecha Dodi and we sing Boi kala, and we say enter bride, enter peace, that we intentionally make a choice to say, I want my Shabbat to be a place of sanctuary, of peace, and of connection with my family and with the world around me.
Boi kala, boi kala, boi kala, boi kala. Boi kala, boi kala, boi kala, boi kala. Lecha Dodi, mikra kala, b'nei Shabbat
I want to invite you for a moment to just stand and give a little welcoming of that Shabbat bride. Boi kala, boi kala, boi b'shalom. You can either stay standing because we'll do the Baruch Hu in a moment, or you can sit and then get up again. At this moment, we want to acknowledge that there are some of us in our community here together on Shabbat who are bringing an experience of loss, whether you're in a shloshim, a 30-day period, or commemorating a yahrzeit, a year-long anniversary of a loss of someone that we love. To you, we say, Hamakom Yenachem Etchem, may the Holy One comfort you. And know that as we transition into the body of our service through the Chatzi Kaddish, that you get to really bring this sense of community and support. Yitkada v'yitkada shmei rabba v'yamad yivrach yerutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael Ba'agala, ba'agala, uvizman kariv, Ve'imeru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevorach. Leolamu Ome Omaya. Yitbarach. Yitbarach v'yishtabach. V'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitale v'yitala. Shemei dekudesha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata b'nechemata. Da'amiran v'yalma. Ve'imeru Amen.
Please be seated. Baruch atah Adonai Elohim melech haolam asher bidbaro mariv rabim b'chokma potiach sharim. God of creation, who makes the evening fall from light into darkness with the setting of the sun. You unfold the heavens with brilliant moon and stars and wrap our souls with peace. Baruch atah Adonai Elohim melech haolam asher bidbaro mariv rabim b'chokma potiach sharim. Baruch atah Adonai mariv rabim. Olam chasei balei, yadai, 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 yadai. Olam chasei balei, yadai, 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 yadai. Olam chasei balei, yadai, 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 yadai.
Amen. I want to invite you to close your eyes as we're getting ready to enter into the experience of the Shema. If you're cooking, you're kind of out and about around the room, around the kitchen, just take a moment to stop and come have a seat. This is the central part of the entire service. And just become aware of your body in space, the contact of your bottom on the chair or whatever you're sitting on, your feet as they meet the floor, the distance of the bottom of your spine and the top of your head, the space between your ears. And be aware of the movement of breath as it enters through your nostrils or your mouth on the inhale. Notice how the body expands to make room for that inhale and then contracts as you let the air out. And as you are aware of your body and your breath in each moment, become aware of the incredible aliveness of every cell in your body. That everything, every tissue, every blood cell, everything is working in harmony with each other. Every cell knows its job to do. Every molecule, every atom, there is intelligence, aliveness, presence inside us all, through and through. Just open to a sense of that divine reality that fuses through our cells, through our inside. And at the same time that you open to this infinite intelligence that radiates through your body and through how every organ, also be aware of the air as it touches your face or your skin, that it is also alive, that every combination of gas and oxygen, carbon dioxide is so perfectly tailored to support life, our lives on this earth. Everything beyond us is also filled with this presence, with this intelligence that supports life. God is here inside and out. And as you give yourself more to this possibility that everything inside and out is coming from the source of all life, the thing that we call ourselves, the me, begins to become less important. And all there is God. God radiating inside, God radiating outside. This is the one, the echad, that we are listening for in the Shema. We're letting ourselves, our idea of ourselves, dissolve and disappear into the one self, the one presence. So as we say on the exhale each word of the Shema, I invite you to let your own sense of separateness dissolve with each exhale into this greater reality. And we'll go straight from the Shema into the Ve'ahavta, keeping our eyes closed if we know it by heart. If not, we can open and look at the screen. Letting the Ve'ahavta know that we are a vessel for this presence, for this love, for this oneness. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. לעולם ועד. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
השקיפנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים. השקיפנו Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Ashkiveinu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu shoreinu l'chaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. ברוך אתה אדוני הפורש סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים.
Amen.
ושמרו לישראל את השבת, את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם, ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. וביום השביעי שבת, שבת וינפש.
You know, many of us think of the central theme of Hanukkah to be about light. But the central theme of Hanukkah is really about miracle. And we know this from the liturgy, that in the Amidah, the central prayer, when Hanukkah is mentioned, it starts with Al Hanisim, for the miracles. And miracles are an interesting thing. We know of two different kinds of miracles. There are miracles that happen when the laws of nature are defied. The splitting of the sea, the water from the rock, the one flask of oil that could only last for one night but lasted for 8. In these ways, everything we think we know about reality and the laws of nature suddenly give way to a deeper reality, a presence in which all things are possible. But the second kind of miracle is what we might call ordinary miracles, when things happen within the laws of nature. The birth of a child, a moment between a loved one and ourselves, a connection, something that blows our minds. And for that moment, we are in awe of the miracle that's in front of us. And in this case too, it's the same thing. Our categories, so much of our lives are about living through a filter of language and categories of what's possible and what's not. I can walk by a flower and it wouldn't even occur to me that it would be a miracle because it's a flower. I know what a flower is. It just it continues to just exist as in my own scheme of things. But in a moment, I could open to, wow, the beauty of that flower, the beauty of that person. Amazing. There's a beyond, there's a presence that seems to radiate through. It's a miracle. And I think what's interesting is as we reflect on miracles and what Hanukkah is opening us up to, we have to also consider that the reason why we aren't living in the middle of miracle on a day-to-day basis is because of the way that we categorize, the way that we think we know just because we can name something, just because we conceptualize something. And immediately our sense of awareness turns off. If we're able to be open in that place, to experience life, to experience the moment from a place that doesn't categorize, but just says, I'm here. Let me open to what is possible in this, with this person, in this moment, in this situation. We have the possibility to touch into wonder, to miracles. And that's really the deepest message of Hanukkah. So we'll have this opportunity in our silent Amidah after we enter through Adonai Tzvatai Tiftach, through this intention, to reflect on miracle in our lives and how do we live in this moment to connect with miracle. Please stand.
Adonai Tzvatai Tiftach, Adonai Tzvatai Tiftach, Ufi Yagid Tilatecha, Ufi Yagid Tilatecha. Hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well. This time we invite anyone who is in need of wholeness this Shabbat, any loved ones that are in need of wholeness this Shabbat. We lift their names up through our prayers tonight Invite you to add those names to the chat. Anyone in need of healing. Special blessing to our caregivers, our medical workers, working on the front lines to care for all those in our lives who are sick. Again, the beautiful recognition in our tradition that it's not just the physical body that needs wholeness, but the mind and the spirit as well. מי שברך אבותינו, אברהם, יצחק ויעקב. מי שברך אמותינו, שרה, רבקה, לאה ורחל. May the one who blessed our mothers, may the one who blessed our fathers, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well. Bless us with the power of your healing. Bless us with the power of your hope. May our hearts be filled with understanding and strengthened by the power of your love. Hear our prayer. Hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well. What a week it's been. More loss, more disappointment, more uncertainty, more questioning of self-worth and ability. I found myself in these moments of darkness this week, and like so many of you, I am tired. And then, just like that, I experience sparks of light that bring renewed perspective, sometimes when I least expect it. Even the faintest glow from the smallest spark can light the way forward when we feel stuck or lost. I spent this Wednesday morning with my Institute for Jewish Spirituality cohort, hearing from friends and colleagues from around the country who shared so many of these same feelings. Through those moments of connection and reflective conversation where I could listen and take in someone else's pain or anxiety or their joy and excitement, I was able to find great comfort in being able to be emotionally present with someone else and get out of my own head. It is refreshing to be in relationships where we can be our authentic selves without having to put on a facade that life is easy or great or that we have everything under control. And through these relationships, I have come to understand that we can hold both joy and sorrow, excitement and disappointment, all in the same moment. And we must give ourselves permission to do so. Experiencing loss is painful. Yet those can be the transformational moments that bring innovation and creativity, uncovering potential that was not possible until we experienced that loss. This is a time of discovery for the world. We are in the womb, that place of darkness waiting to be reborn. Who will we be when we emerge? How will this time have changed us? What will we have learned that will inform what we will choose to hold as most valuable? This Shabbat Chanukah, we read about the story of Joseph, who, after experiencing personal trauma, evolved from an immature and self-serving boy into a man able to be present with others in their suffering. The story begins with Joseph at 17, depicted as an arrogant youth flaunting his status as the favored son to his brothers, truly unaware of their jealousy and bitterness toward him. His hubris and inability to share his gift of interpreting dreams in a mindful and compassionate way causes such a rift with his brothers that they throw him in a pit and sell him as a slave, bringing crushing heartache to their father Jacob, who they tell that Joseph is dead. The story continues with an unfolding of the evolution of Joseph. One mishap after another lands him in an Egyptian prison, where the transformation of Joseph into a wise and feeling man capable of compassion and caring for others begins. Through his own suffering and despair, through his experience as a prisoner himself, he becomes more sympathetic to the experience of those around him, recognizing the depth of humanity within other prisoners. Rabbi Brad Artson shares that Joseph's interest in the dreams of a lowly fellow prisoner, a deposed butler and baker, is exactly what enables his own eventual restoration. Only here does his future glory begin to unfold. He learns through suffering that his own talent can only thrive when it's accompanied by caring for another's well-being. This fundamental Jewish principle, Kol Yisrael Arevim Ze Bazeh, we are all responsible for one another, is one that can help us each grow and thrive. When we can care about and support one another, when we can listen and be present for others and make space without judgment for them, we strengthen ourselves and our community. In reflecting on how we can grow through this time, through the personal and communal challenges of these dark times, we need to work on letting go of those things in our lives that we cannot control. During this past year, where communities have had to innovate to bring people together, and where individuals are seeking new ways to be in relationship with the barrier of physical distance, we must choose to work with the resources available to us while being aware of our and others' limitations. And when we tire and our spirits are low, we need to refocus our energy on getting back to our core values rather than holding on to particular expectations of how things were and how they should be. Professor and motivational speaker Charles Harare shares that God throws all of us challenges, and sometimes we don't think we have enough power, resources, patience, or strength to go through it. But during those difficult moments, God is saying to us, who knows if for this reason you became who you are? As we put big celebrations and vacations aside, as we let go, for now, of the public concerts and events that we enjoy with our loved ones, we find inspiration in Joseph's story of redemption. Just as he was able to find his light after his journey into darkness, and in turn be a light for others, the season of Hanukkah is our opportunity to rededicate ourselves and get back to basics, to transform darkness into light, and like the Shamash on the Chanukiah, let our light shine bright as we light the way for others. Be the light. Be the light inside the darkness. Be the hope, burning bright into the night. Be the voice for those who cannot raise it. Be the one who leads the way through the world's darkest days. Be the light. Be the light. Be the light. When days feel long and all that's left inside you are darkest days, reach for the light to guide you. The miracle of change begins with sparks of light we find within that shine. If we come close together, we will see a people strong, a shared humanity, to transform darkness into light, to lead with love instead of might. We shine, we shine. Be the light. Be the light inside the darkness. Be the hope, burning bright into the night. Be the voice for those who cannot raise it. Be the one who leads the way through the world's darkest days. Be the light. Be the light. Be the
Please rise for Aleinu as we conclude our service. Aleinu לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. You may be seated. As we get ready to recite Mourner's Kaddish together, we're remembering the falling people in the Shloshim, the 30-day period, whom death has recently taken from us. Michael Blanc, the father of our member Steve Blanc, Rita Karp, the mother of our member Melanie Coble, Joseph Nash, the brother of our member Evelyn Nash, Lois Liebhaber, mother of our member Nancy Dunn, Mark Kaufman, father of our member Marcy Kaufman Tumpak. And even though we haven't entered the Shiva period yet, many of us mourn the loss of our member Stan Levy, who passed on Wednesday night. And the funeral will be Zoomed from Harbor Lawn on Sunday at 2 p.m. The information is up on our website, and there will be Shiva almost every night of the week. That will also be on our website, all the information. We're also saying Kaddish to commemorate the following yahrzeits: Sergei Altshuler, Toby David Balaban, Pete Beckwith, Benjamin Berlin, Bobby Cherry, Eleanor Finkel, Ethel Fisher, Judith Helen Frankel, Gloria Friedman, Irving Friedman, Rosa Halaj, Molly Hirsch, Marvin Hoffman, Joe Eisen, Alex Kirsch, Linda Kruger, Fred Lapin, Sidney Levine, William Lewis, Janice Lipschitz, Lillian Marcus, Joan Nortel, Abraham Rogovin, Joey Rosenbaum, Jane Salser, Francis Waltzman, Gerald Weiderman, and Ethel Wadisky. If there's anybody else that you're saying Kaddish for, please put their name in the chat so that we can have them in mind as we're saying Mourner's Kaddish. You may stand or sit for Mourner's Kaddish according to your custom. Yitzgadal v'yitzgadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam olmei olmaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei d'kudesha b'rechu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tush b'chata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Osei shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru amen. May their memories be for a blessing. We have some great stuff coming up for Hanukkah. Our Be the Light virtual Hanukkah experience is tomorrow night at 6 p.m. We'll be doing Havdalah. We'll be lighting the Hanukkah together. There'll be songs. If you have any kind of history or experience with the Grateful Dead, there's a special Hanukkah Grateful Dead story that I'll be sharing. And a little bit of magic. So a short but sweet, beautiful evening together.
We look forward with those who have signed up for our Women's Retreat Latka, Vodka, and Babka event on Tuesday. Goodie bags are on their way. We have a wonderful team of volunteers who are helping to bring that to all of you. Looking forward to celebrating Hanukkah.
And Kol Isha Shabbat service, all women-led, incredible experience again this year. Even though virtual will be definitely memorable. Please, now's the time to sign up if you want to participate. There are still opportunities to participate. So please contact Wendy Lupel. All the information is there and it's online, and there's more to come, but we're looking forward to it.
Please join us with our closing song.
conclude this evening sanctifying Shabbat. The rabbi said, how do we sanctify Shabbat? We do it over wine. Over wine, the transformation of the grape into something intoxicating is worth sanctifying. If you have a Kiddush cup, raise your glass. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pari hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh bereshit ki hu yom techila lamikra'ei kodesh zecher litziat Mitzrayim. Kivanu v'charta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim ve'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mikadesh HaShabbat. And if you have a challah, hold it up. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Shabbat shalom, everybody.